Folks, hey, it's Commander Curtis. Hey, is solar reliable? We're going to split this discussion into a couple of pieces. One piece being rooftop solar for a homeowner, another being maybe solar power at the utility scale. And there's some examples that I want to bring in from the utility scale to the homeowner so that it all can be compared. But really, the first thing I want to kind of point out is about rooftop solar specifically is it's just like the car industry. When they started with cars would break down, right? There's manufacturing things, and the warranties that came out in that industry are here in the solar industry. So, it's not uncommon to get 20-year warranty on solar panels, maybe even more. It's not uncommon to have 10 plus year warranties on other components in the solar power system. And so the industry, the manufacturers are willing to stand by their equipment for 10 or even 20 years, says an awful lot about the reliability of that system. Does that make sense? I mean, they're going to give the solar panels to a homeowner who then operate them for, let's say, 18 years on a 20-year warranty. They don't see them for 18 years, and they're willing to stand by the product after 18 years of who knows what the homeowner did to those panels. Obviously, negligence isn't going to be covered by a warranty, but it's a pretty strong signal. So is solar reliable? If we move over to the question about the intermittent nature of wind and solar, when you're looking at the utility grade, all of the fossil fuel folks, solar is unreliable because it's intermittent. Wind is unreliable because it's variable. And, I guess if you really want to drive a narrative, that's your position, right? But if you want to use your brain and look at it and realize that the engineers who've designed solar know full well that the sun comes up and goes down, essentially, right? They know that the sun is cyclical. They know when those hours are. They design the system for that in mind, and the system operates as it's supposed to. And just because it doesn't produce power during certain hours, it produces extra power in those other hours. It's all designed into the system. So the intermittent part of it makes it not unreliable. Unreliable means if you tried to start it up and it didn't start. Unreliable means that it randomly shuts down. It's just like a car, right? You buy a car and maybe sometimes something breaks. We bought a new car and had to take it in for warranty service inside of 3 weeks. And it was a simple fix, but they fixed it. They replaced a component that happened to be bad, and it got fixed, and off it went. So solar is no different than any other. If anybody's ever been in a power plant and done any kind of maintenance in a power plant, everybody knows that there's a lot of maintenance that goes into those power plants. So one last thing I want to talk about here, well, actually two last things, is the Texas power outage really illuminated a lot. Guys, I've got a link to a report for the Texas power outage, and I'll just skip to the straight. The natural gas plants, their outages lasted twice as long as the wind and solar. Wind and solar and natural gas and nuclear and coal all had power outages. All of the varieties failed. But the duration of the failure for the natural gas, supposed to be the most reliable, took twice as long to come back online as solar and wind. So you tell me what's more reliable. Okay? And the last thing is solar is going to be reliable insofar as the homeowner that gets the solar system understands how to operate it. Just like when you buy a car, you got to know how to drive it, and you're not going to load a bunch of stuff into a sedan like a bunch of bricks like you would into a pickup truck. So you're having expectations about the solar system that you decide to buy for your home feeds an awful lot into expectations. So, guys, thanks for sticking with me this long. Read the email. There's a lot more stuff in it, and the links will be very good. Talk to you later.